What's up, everybody? I want to thank you guys. I appreciate you for all the views. Our views are getting crazy here on this channel. Man, that means a lot to me. If you want to help me a little bit more, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. The more love you can give me, the more love I can give you. Look, and this channel is for entrepreneurs. It's for anybody that cares about being the best version of themselves in health, wealth, relationships, contribution, self-development, and real estate. Real estate sales, I got you. My stories are mostly based around that, but I run other businesses. Health is important to me. Relationships important to me. Contribution is important to me. This is why I'm doing this for free. I can do it more if you give me some love. So hit that like button, please. Today, I want to cover the topic of rejection. If you're in business, if you're in sales, if you're in life, if you're trying to date, if you're trying to do anything, getting a job, you're going to get rejected. And when we get rejected, we take that personally. We get butthurt. If you watch this video, I'm going to give you 10, I think 11 ways on how I want you to handle objections so you can become a pro. Objections are a part of life. They're a part of business. They're definitely a part of sales. So if you can learn how to handle them after watching this video, it's going to help you a lot. So without further ado, let's get it. One of the ways that really helped me handle rejection is to understand simply that it happens to everyone. I must have rejected, what is it? It is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:02 Eastern Standard Time today. And I've rejected 3 people already. I've already rejected 3 people. Or a perceived rejection. I probably rejected more. But here, I do batch recording, right? So here I think it's my 3rd video today. And on the drive to the video, and then my preparation of going over my notes for the content, I got 3 texts from people that I left unread. That's a rejection, y'all. How many times have you texted somebody and they didn't read it, or you received a text and you didn't reply? That's a rejection. Not replying to somebody's email is a rejection. Telling somebody you're busy when they ask you, hey, you want to go watch the ball game on Friday? Oh, sorry, man, I have my kids' basketball Friday. You just rejected them. So if rejection is a part of everyday life, why do we get so hurt and disappointed when we get rejected in business? We do it every single day. It's done to us and we do it to others. So the first point of how to handle rejection is simply just understanding that it happens every day. It happens in every way. So when you understand that, you can, you feel like, okay, this is not a personal attack at me. It's a part of life. I know it seems obvious, but guys, this is probably the best point I'm going to make. Actually, I don't know. There's some really good points here. So let's go on to point number 2. Understanding that there's different types of rejection. There is relationship rejection, which hurt, man. Jeez. Have you ever asked out a girl, asked out a guy, and they said no to you? Eee. Or after, like, you've been friends for a while, and you got these feelings, you have these feels, they're reciprocating those feels. Sometimes they're even holding hands. And then she says, nah, just friends is good. You finally muster it up, saying, look, man, we've been hanging out for a while. I think we're good together. Let's go and make it a thing. And he or she says, nah, I'm good. Yo, that's hard. Personal rejection is hard, right? Or when all your boys go out, they went out and they partied, they clubbed, you see it on social media, and you're like, why wait, why wasn't I invited? They're my boys. Why wasn't I invited to that party? I wanted to be at that party. Guys, so personal rejection is different than business rejection. Personal rejection should hurt more than business rejection, right? Because business rejection is part of the game. It's part of the flow. The point I'm trying to make here is business rejection ain't that bad. This ain't a video on personal rejection. If you give me some love, if you hit the like comment, if you subscribe to the channel, guys, I will make a video on how many times I got personally rejected in life and how crushing it was and how I overcame that. Use that as motivation to be the best version of myself. It feels good, man. It feels good when you say, I told you so, without saying, I told you so. You know what I'm talking about? That high school girl or the high school guy that didn't go for you, or when you weren't picked on that team and all the other people thought you sucked, and all of a sudden you walk out 5 years later and you're jacked, you're fast, you're strong. The girls are looking at you, the dudes are looking at you. And now that person that could have had you, you're like, okay, listen, man, I'll make a video just on that. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I promise you we'll get that in. All right. So the third point that I want to make on the 11 ways how you can handle a rejection is the lifespan of feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we get rejected. Some people get rejected and they can't let that shit go. Like, let it go, man. They talk about how they get rejected. They tell everybody, oh, I got rejected. I got rejected. Years go by, and they're still talking about the time they got rejected, man. Yet they're not doing anything about their life to make them into a person that does not get rejected. In business, y'all, in sales, if you get rejected, don't get butthurt and stop making calls. See, as you understand, as you soak in these 11 tips that I'm going to give you, you're going to have the strength and the wherewithal to understand, yo, it's just a rejection. It's part of the business. Let it go. Let it flow. So that the lifespan of feeling is very important. So as you get more successful, as you become a professional, you just move it off your shoulder. You just shrug it off. You go on to the next call. But in the beginning, I understand, oh my God, I just got rejected. This person was so mean to me. They were so mean to me. They hung up on me. Oh my God, they're giving me wrong phone numbers. They're giving me wrong phone numbers. Yeah, man, they're going to give you wrong phone numbers. They're going to hate it when you call. They're going to reject your ass. Okay? That's why you got to get good. You got to work on your game. Your script's got to be on point. You got to talk like a rock star. You got to be authentic. You got to take control of that conversation, man. Give this channel some love and I'll teach you all of that. I promise you. All right, so the lifespan of feelings. I think we put some feelings into that point. So the next thing we're going to talk about is just simply point number 4 is anticipating the rejection. You got to learn to anticipate the rejection. You know it's coming. You can't get hurt on something you know that's coming. When I was boxing, all right, I don't know if you know this, but I have my amateur boxing license, okay? So when I'm boxing, I'm getting in my stance. I'm in the ring. I'm throwing jabs. I'm throwing hooks. I'm blocking. I'm swerving. I know punches are coming. I can't go through the whole fight without getting hit. That doesn't mean I don't get into the ring. I just want to hit that person more or more severe, and that's how I win the fight. When you're in business, when you're in sales, when you're running an entrepreneurial life, rejections are coming. It's part of the sport. It's a part of the game. So anticipating and knowing they're coming is amazing. Now, the next point I want to make, which is my fifth point. I should number the points. I just have dashes. You know what? After this video, I'm going to start numbering these points. We live, we learn, right? So understand that most people, in this point, you got to understand that most people rejections come from fear. They're afraid to make the next move. They're afraid to sell their house. They're afraid to buy this product because they have a deep-rooted fear with a relationship of money. They don't look at money as abundant. Okay, so that's one reason. Indecision, procrastination. It's another reason why people don't reject us, why they do reject us. It has nothing to do with you. They're afraid or they're indecisive. They got to work on their own shit. They got to watch this channel so they can start taking action. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with their pitch. So in this point, I want you to realize it is their stuff that they can't get over. The next point of this is they are never asked. So this is where you can come in. A lot of salespeople out there, they don't ask for the business. Let me take you back to young Rick that was listing houses, right? I would go to the listing presentation. I would wow them. They liked me. But I got so scared to ask them to sign the contract. Can you guys relate with me? Whether you're in your real estate sales or any kind of sales, you're so good at everything, and you're like, hey, that presentation went great. I killed it. But when it came to, slide the contract across the desk and say, sign here, you didn't want to impose that on them because you didn't want to bother anybody. It's not even like you were scared to ask them. It's not like you didn't see yourself as enough value. What I had to really come across is I didn't want to burden somebody. So it wasn't until I understood that that's just part of the sales process that I got to do it. I made more money because I started asking for the business. I used to get so good at this. I am so good at this now where I would ask for the business even before I did the presentation when I'm pre-framing. Mr. Miss Seller, this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to look at the house. I'm going to give you my marketing material. We're going to go over price. We're going to go over commission. And then we're going to go ahead and sign the contract. Cool? I got so good at asking for business. Guys, if you're watching this and you're a rock star or you want to be a rock star, ask for the business. Okay, so the sixth way you can handle these rejections is making your ask better. Okay, and the way you need to make your ask better is you need to test your approach. So this point is about testing your approach. And, this is the next point after this, so I don't want to mix them in. Okay, we're going to do the next 2 points together. It is what it is. Okay, the next point after test your approach is understanding personality types. So let's put those together, okay? When you have a different approach, it's like A/B testing in marketing. You got to see which approach it works best. Should I be aggressive? Should I be passive? Okay. The truth answer to that is you have to be authentically yourself. Mixed with the next point which is understanding personality types. Guys, you can go on a whirlwind of understanding personality types. Where you should start is called the DISC personality test. DISC. Put it in Google. Understand those 4 personality types. Okay? Once you understand those 4 personality types, you can manufacture your presentation on their love language, on the language that they think in. D, I, S, and C all think different. Hit me a like and I will do a video just on the DISC personality test. Okay? So testing your approach, understanding personality types is going to make your conversions better. You're going to understand that once your conversion gets better, you're going to handle rejections better, which is the point of this video. Because if you are going on 10 appointments and you're getting rejected 9 times because your conversion sucks, well, that's a lot of rejections to handle. But if you're going on 10 appointments and you're getting rejected 2 times and you're securing 8 of those contracts, You can handle those rejections better. Get it? Got it? Good. You get the point. The next point is to be a follow-up king / queen. See, we got to understand the sales process. We have to understand that asking someone for business one time is not enough. You have to be nasty with it. You have to understand the process. I love my wife to death. Okay? I didn't marry her on my first date. There was a lot of work that was put into this relationship before I was lucky enough for her to say yes to me. So I had to understand the process and I had to follow up with her. Imagine the first date we went on, or the first text message, or the first phone call. I said, will you marry me? She'd think, yeah, I'm messed up, man. She's never going to talk to me again. Like if I honestly met, can you marry me? That's what we're asking our clients to do, our prospects to do when they're going to do business, or we're asking them to get into this marriage relationship. That's what a contract is without a prenup. You know what I'm saying? My listing presentation my listing agreement does not come up with a prenup. So in a way, they're more scared to do business with me. But I do have a cancellation guarantee on all my listing appointments, guys. If you guys want a copy of my cancellation guarantee, just hit me up in a comment and I will give it to you. All right? Okay, where are we at here? Yeah, follow-up. Understanding that follow-up is the name of the game of any relationship. And when you're in sales, you have to understand you're not in the game of transactions. You are in the game of relationships. And you want to build and extend these relationships. And the way you can build and extend these relationships is keeping in touch. And in sales, we call that following up. There's different systems on following up on your prospects that you're trying to make clients. And there's different system on following up with clients that you want to make repeat clients and get referrals from. Okay? Listen to this channel and you will learn both. Where am I at? Okay, so the next way that you can handle rejection is to role play with your mentor. Yes, guys and girls, you have to have a mentor. You have to be in proximity with people you want to be like. Okay? You can ask the top salesperson in your brokerage to be your mentor. Your broker, if he's a mentor, hire a coach to be your mentor. Gosh, I'll be your mentor. Just get a mentor. Hit me up a comment. I'll be your mentor. We can role play. You know what I'm saying? But the point of this is you can say, like, let's say you just got rejected. And then you call your mentor and you said, hey, this just happened to me. Or on your next scheduled call with your mentor, you let them know what just happened. And the mentor is going to say, no problem. Instead of saying this, do this. See, the mentor is going to tweak it. Actually, you know what? You did that really well. But if you just added this, or if you just took away this, hey, you said the perfect thing, but you said it at the wrong time. Do this before you do that. See, your mentor has done this so many times, they will understand. So role playing with your mentor, getting coached by your mentor, writing down the things that confused you when you got rejected is going to help you handle those rejections. If you want to be successful, ride on the shoulders of giants. See, a lot of us, we go out and we try to do these things on our own. The best thing that I did was be in proximity with people that did it. You got to be a better student. You got to forego your ego and understand that you need to be around people that have been where you want to be. Now, you don't have to listen to everything they say, but I'm telling you, 70 to 80% of that stuff that they're going to give you is gold. You don't have to be with them forever. One day the student does become a teacher. But I've never met a good master or teacher that wasn't a good student. Take that to the bank. 2 more points, guys, and then we'll end this video. And if you like it, let me know. Let me know. Master your most frequent objections. Like have an FAQ list almost. Frequently asked questions. We're going to call it an FAO. Frequently asked objections. Man, you know objections are coming. Why are you so surprised? Oh my God, I walked into this appointment and the seller actually told me that I'm charging too much commission. Jeez Louise, y'all. If you don't know that objection is coming, it is coming 9 times out of 10. When you go to a listing, if you do not know this, let me explain this to you, please. When you go to a listing appointment, they're going to say you're pricing the home too low and your commission is too high. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, have a way to handle those two objections. Anticipate the objection, master the answer. Guys, there are 7 ways to handle every objection. 7-way technique, okay? Last tip for the ways to handle rejection. I think I went through 11. This must be tip number 11. Understanding that the prospect has a fight or flight scenario, just like we all do. So understanding the fight or flight and being patient enough to wait through that moment. Let me explain here. Everybody, when they encounter a situation, will either fight you or just fly away. Flight or flight. See, let's say you're at a bar, some guy comes up to you, wants to scrap. You're either going to scrap or you're going to run. If you're psycho, you're just probably going to just hang out. Just sit there and get punched in the face. You're either going to fight or you're going to flight. So in the sales process, it's the same thing. When you're asking somebody for business, they're either going to fight you. That's where the objection handling techniques come in. Or they're going to try to ignore you. They're going to flight away. So once they tell you, once they show you their true colors, or if they're going to fight you or if they're going to flight, you believe them. But you need to understand that after they make those fight or flight decisions, they're going to get more comfortable with you. So you have to be patient enough to stick around. So let's say somebody fights me on commission. Depending on if they're a DIS or a C or personality type, I'm going to have different objection handlers for them. But my objection handlers are going to make them feel so comfortable that they're going to want me to stick around because I appease them. They don't want to fly away from me because now they feel comfortable. Or maybe they might. That's why follow-up is so important. I've built this relationship. Now what they're telling me is, hey, I don't know you enough yet to trust you. However, as I follow up, as I put them in my nurture campaign, they built a better relationship with me. So on my 5th, 6th time meeting them or talking to them, they're like, okay, Rick, you know what? We've assessed you. We've assessed your personality. We're ready to do business. Guys, look, I can go on and on. I want to give you guys as much love, as much value as I can on this channel. I have a goal, man. I want to lead from contribution. I want to make your life easier when it comes to sales, when it comes to personal development, when it comes to business, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to all that stuff. When it comes to fitness, you know what I'm saying? Getting that body back right now. If you're someone that wants to get that lean body back again, man, let's go get it. Let's go do it together. Look, man, I love you guys. Keep showing me the love. Keep viewing the videos. We're going to see you on the next one, y'all.